Today is August 10th, 2016, and another tale of the Hellboys recordings, Rivers of P. What? Rivers of P? Well, this, by the way, is a wonderful hit. I think people look at the album cover and they look at it. Rivers of P? What is that? Well, the story of Rivers of P it's another true story of the Hellboys. And I'm thinking that I had the riff first, kind of this dirge, da, 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 da. Very simple, one change, throughout the entire piece. That was it. And what happened with this tune, and this has happened before and hopefully will happen for the rest of my days. I got off of a plane, true story, off of a plane at Newark Airport, and the first thing I do, it's in the tune, first thing I do is pee. So I go find the men's room. Now, you have to picture Newark Airport. It's, I believe, the busiest airport in the New York metropolitan area, which is a busy airport. In the New York metropolitan area, this is number one. More flights in, out, and so forth. Tens of thousands of people and so forth. Well, in the men's room, and possibly in the ladies' room as well, very likely, but in the men's room, at the urinals, they don't have those typically in the ladies' rooms, but I digress. But they have the urinals, and they're automatic, right? No more pushing a button, pulling the handle or anything like that. So I'm in the men's room and it is packed. I mean, there's lots of guys having to pee. So I'm online, right? And you have to picture there's, I think, 5 of them along the one wall. It's very interesting. There's also a mirror there so you can see who's behind you. It's probably a safety thing, but I digress. Anyway, we're at the urinal and there was so much pee going on that the automatic flushers never stopped. They never stopped. I mean, there was constant as someone walks away, constant. So this entire tune downloaded in that moment. Rivers of pee flowing under me as I travel the world, as I roam. These rivers of pee sometimes disturbing to me because I pee on the road more than home. And at that time of my life, I peed on the road more than home. I was away a lot. So that was the that right there. And then gradually the rest of the tune flowed in, as we like to say. Now, something else about this tune, the middle part, as we're moving along here, I had to change the dirge, and we got into, is that guy there looking at me? Then we go to the bridge, all right? The bridge, which is a real rocking part and very cool. And by the way, right before that it says, nothing comes out, nothing is working. Is that guy there looking at me? And you got to hear that nothing is working. The little parts that are in there, they're wonderful, all right? Wonderful. So what happens after the rivers, or during that bridge, this is the first time that the Hellboys Boys Choir come on to sing at this point as well. Rivers of P. Same chord structure, no change on that at all. However, at this point in the recording, you may notice this, and I hope you do, is that the dirge now, the 6-note dirge, now became a circulation. So we have circulation recording with Kurt, Luciano, and others. I think Victor was there. I don't think Tony was one of the 4. There were 4 of the guys that were doing this as a circulation. Dun, 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 dun. And you would never know it. Actually, you would know it because the first circulation, the first portion is me doing it. Listen to the richness of the second half right after the bridge, the richness of the second half of the way that these guys can play. All right, I know I'm missing someone. We had 4 players, and I'm missing someone. So there we are. So what happens next is, and if you can keep going with this tune, keep going with it, because the final probably third of that, that's a long tune as well. Let me see how long that is. Rivers of P, 11 minutes and 50 seconds. Woohoo! 11 minutes and 50 seconds of P. But probably at about the 7-8 minute mark, it goes into this beautiful guitar duo, if you will, which was Kurt and Robert. Now, they never recorded this in the same room, but it was Kurt and Robert. Kurt put his tracks down first, using a very special guitar up in, where did we record? Mad River, somewhere in Massachusetts. And Robert played over that. And then we also had Bill Rieflin in here on the drums, and we had a lot of good action. Tony Levin was working on the stand-up bass with Bo on this, so you'll hear that as well. But that portion, that guitar duo and so on, is so beautiful. Oh, and there's soundscapes in there as well. Let's not forget that. There's a beautiful soundscapes that's over the whole thing. That, to me, is worth the price of admission, because as you're listening to that, you've forgotten all about Rivers of P. What a weird tune this is. But look at that probably final third. Don't miss that. That's so critical. If you can stand going through that far, don't miss that final third. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So that's the tale of the Rivers of P. Another Hellboys hit.